Good evening and welcome to Weekend Update. I'm your host, Eric Farmer. Today is Saturday, March 16th, 2024. And yeah, we're up a little early this week. What the hell is going on this week? I think the only story that everybody's talking about this week, excuse me, did you know that Jake Paul is going to be fighting Mike Tyson? Yeah, I think that's all that matters. Hey, Eric Salvesen says, time to fucking party. Woohoo! Fuck yeah. Yeah. Fuck yeah. But yeah, that's the thing is all that's happening this week, besides the giant winter storm that just went through here. We just got clobbered. I just got clobbered personally. 4 feet of snow. And yeah, that was a good time. 4 days, I shoveled out my own yard, my own property for 3 days. And today, on the fourth day, I went and shoveled out my neighbor. So I've been shoveling snow for 4 days. So yeah, I'm a little pooped. It's been a tough week. Or you get a 4-foot snowstorm. Yeah, you're never prepared for it. I don't care how much equipment you have and all. No one's prepared for a 4-foot snowstorm. It's very uncommon, We get a 4-foot snowstorm like once every 10 years or so. So yeah, that's been fun dealing with. So yeah, when you do get a 4-foot snowstorm, you gotta enjoy it, man. Make the best of it, But I don't know how many tons of snow I've shoveled in the last 4 days, but yeah, it's a lot. These snowstorms that we get here in March, the water content is humongous. It's almost 100% water. Yeah. So yeah. And that's going on. And I guess the only other thing going on is Jake Paul is going to fight Mike Tyson. What do you think? What does everybody think about that? Does anybody even care? I don't give a shit about it, but I find it interesting how, fucking hyped up it's become on the internets. I don't know. I don't watch regular media too much. Everywhere I go on the internet these days is Mike Tyson, Jake Paul. Does anybody else notice this phenomenon going on? Or is it just me? Maybe because, you watch one video about Mike Tyson, Jake Paul, and they just they just flood you. I noticed that. Now it's gotten more and more ridiculous nowadays. If you watch one video about something, and then you go back to your feed, it's just bombarded with more videos by that person or on that subject. So yeah, it's crazy. I was trying to think of an example of a video that I watched recently, and then I just got bombarded on my feed with all these videos that are by the same person or on the same subject. It's ridiculous. what they've done to YouTube. And you go to like BitChute, my God. I don't know if any of you guys watch BitChute, but man, it used to be a lot better. Now they got commercials on BitChute. They didn't used to have that, but now they do. I don't care about that. It's just the content just isn't as good as it used to. Not what it used to be, you know. And of course, YouTube is just a fucking circus. You know, it's hard to find anything worth watching on YouTube. You know, it's amazing how they've changed it. You know, how it was, you know, back 15 years ago when I first started watching YouTube a lot. You know, back like 2009 or whatever. And what it was back then was pretty damn good. It was uncensored. There was, man, it was just, you know, there was so much truth in every, you know, I hate to use the T word, but, you know, there was a lot more, but now there's none of that. It's all gone. You know, it's 100% gone from YouTube. There's no more videos about, you know, certain things that we used to love on YouTube. And it's weird. It's interesting how they just kind of slowly faded away. So now all you get is cat videos. No, not just cat videos, but, you know, pop culture. You know, they really want to push that. You know, they want to push music. They want to push, you know, famous celebrities. That's what I get on my feed a lot now. Celebrities, you know, anything but any to do with, you know, what I really want to hear about. You know, it's what's really going on. They want to tell you about anything except for what's really fucking going on in the world. They don't want you to have any idea about what the fuck's really going on. Like, but it used to be, you know, it's done a 180. But YouTube was, you know, 10, 15 years ago to what it is now. It's interesting watching it change over the years. But you know what it was? It was like, you know, you could totally see how it was all set up to suck you into it and then do the bait and switch, right? That's what it's always all about. You know, they get you into one thing and then they change it. It was all planned. We watched it happen. Like 2012 was a big year when they really started changing YouTube. Like, you know, it was, and we just watch it from there on get worse and worse and worse, you know, basically, and then just blaming it all on, you know, keeping it all safe, right? It's all about community guidelines and keeping everything safe for everybody. So, yeah, therefore, yeah, we must give up our right to, you know what, speech in order to keep everybody safe, I guess. Is what it's become. But it was interesting watching it all evolve into that. But yeah, the whole internet experience, the whole 21st century experience, really, it's been very interesting watching it all unfold since 2001 to where we are now. Holy shit. What a transformation it has been. You wouldn't recognize the world. People that would have been, you know, put to sleep in 1999 and then wake up today. My God, could you imagine? What the fuck happened? I missed the world of the 20th century. Anywho, what the fuck? Anybody else got anything to say about it? I just posted this. But yeah, I got a fire going there. I don't really need a fire, but I like to get a fire going this time of year for the live stream, so that like I've been saying before, the reason why I burned so much fire this year, it's all about fuck the gas company, man. The more fire I burn, the less money I got to pay to the gas company. What it boils down to, I'd rather spend money on firewood than give it to the goddamn gas company. Even if it costs me more to heat my house with fire over natural gas, I'd rather do that. Fuck the gas company. I don't want them to hear me say that. They might secretly raise my rates. We'll raise my motherfucking rates. I don't care. Go ahead. I'll keep cutting down trees and burning wood. Fuck you guys. It's your fault that the forest is dying. That's not true. All the wood I burn is from trees that are already dead. Yeah, we're already dead. Ba-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. Fuck yeah. Like we got not much of an audience here tonight. It's not surprising. Haven't had much of an audience lately. The views are down in the fucking toilet. It's all good. I don't do this for views and popularity. It's all about having a good time and talking with my friends. But I started the chat a little early tonight because I'm going to quit a little early. I'm going to quit. I'm going to wrap it up here in about an hour and a half from now. So I thought I would get started early. You would guess it. Why I want to stop early tonight. That's right. I got to watch the goddamn hockey game. Only because it's a really big game tonight. Colorado's playing Edmonton Oilers. It should be a really interesting game. Two of the best teams in the NHL. Let's see. So that's why I'm wrapping the chat up early tonight. But I might even wrap it up earlier than that because it doesn't seem to be too much going on. But yeah, we'll keep going for a while. Sometimes it just gets tough to keep talking with no feedback. So yeah. But yeah, what do you think? Mike Tyson versus Jake Paul. God, it's so hyped up. Like I was saying earlier, no matter where you go on the internet, they're talking about Mike Tyson versus Jake Paul fight. It's ridiculous, man. Who gives a fuck? But apparently millions and millions of people do, I might like to watch the fight, man. I probably would enjoy watching that. But I don't have Netflix. I guess it's on Netflix. And I wonder how much they're paying them, man. God. I imagine they must be paying them each at least a couple $1,000,000. At the very least, a couple $1,000,000 each. Maybe even more than that. Maybe they have, I would say they probably have a contract that says a certain percentage of the take. That's what I would do. 2 million bare minimum plus however much money gets taken in by the whole thing. We want a cut of that. You know, I imagine that's how it works. They got a guaranteed amount of money and then a certain cut of the total net profits. You know, I have a feeling that's what I would do if I was Mike Tyson. Screw you guys, okay? I want at least $2 million, and then if you get above a third amount of money, I want a cut of that percentage, okay? And if you don't like it, I'll punch you right in your fucking face. So yeah, I think that fight's coming up, but yeah, that just seems to be what everybody's talking about these days. It's just everywhere. It's so hyped up, you know. That's the point I wanted to make about it. It's just so ridiculously hyped up. Everywhere you turn, they're talking about it. I don't know if anybody else, or is it just me? Because I opened myself up to it. You know, I looked at it. I clicked on a video or whatever, and all of a sudden, I'm just inundated with Jake Paul versus Mike Tyson content. I don't know. Well, what the fuck else is going on besides the usual bullshit we talk about week in and week out? It just never seems to end, right? The usual bullshit just goes on and on and on and on. Ad nauseum, it gets boring after a while. You know, talking about Ukraine, talking about Gaza. It's sad, man. That shit has to happen. And I really can't talk much about it. Elsewise, I'd be doomed to hell. But fuck yeah. We're just glad to be here. On this March 16th, 2024, we just got beat the fuck out of here with over 4 feet of snow. That was fun. That was a good time. Yeah, it seems like people survived, you know. I did my thing today and helped shovel out people that were less fortunate and didn't have the power to shovel themselves out or pay somebody. So me and some other people from the neighborhood, we got together to help these people. You know, and it does feel good to help people out like that. And the lady's like, oh, hey, how much you guys want? And I'm like, no, we don't want, you know, we just do it because we wanted to fucking help you out, man, you know. Which is hard to find these days. Everybody's out for a buck, you know. And it's tough. I understand everybody's out for a buck because it takes a lot of bucks to live these days. You know, you got to spend your time making bucks in order to pay them fucking bills. So yeah, I understand. Everybody needs fucking bucks. Tired of it. Tired of this fucking world we live in where it's like so fucking dependent on the almighty dollar. I would just love to go back to a time where you hunted and gathered and fished, or whatever, or you were farming communities or whatever, but people weren't dependent on money, you know. They were dependent on the fruits of their labor, really. What they could collect, gather, hunt, fish, you know. I think I would much rather live in a world like that than this fucking bullshit capitalist society we have, where you got to have money to survive, you know. So fucking sick of it. It's all about the almighty fucking dollar in this fucking world, man. I've had it up to here with this shit. struggling for the almighty fucking dollar, you know? It's like running on a fucking rat wheel. What are you going to do? The bills never stop coming in. You got to keep eating. You know, there's just no easy answers. And, you know, you got to keep working, even though you're getting old. And it's hard to find a job now. Nobody wants to hire you. It goes on and on and on. Heaven and hell. So yeah, there are no easy answers. You know, I've come to that conclusion. That's all you can say. Think about, man, what can I do? There's got to be a way to fucking get ahead in this world. Nope. It's no easy answers. Some people, you know, if I would have done things differently when I was younger, you know, if only I had given a shit about the future when I was younger. Like, fuck old guy Eric. Well, here I am, old guy Eric, saying, God damn you, young Eric. Why didn't you do things differently? Why didn't you go to college? So yeah, it's easy to question your life decisions. But here we are. It's too late now, motherfucker. Deal with it. Deal with the consequences of your ill-spent youth. You thought it was cool not to go to school. Now look at you. It's not so cute anymore, is it? Yeah. At my age, and can't even find a fucking job. It's pathetic, really, it really is. I should be in a whole different place in life right now. You know, I shouldn't be looking for a job right now. I should be independently fucking wealthy, not worried about it. Anything. No. I didn't give a shit about that when I was younger. So yeah, we all pay the consequences for our actions, for sure. Much as I hate to admit it, you know. Like my dad used to always say, man, like, you know, life is a series of choices, and choices have consequences. Damn. Why does it have to be like that, man? Why can't life just be fucking much easier? Why does life have to be so goddamn difficult, you know? I never understood. Because that's just the way life is, buddy. You fucking stupid. You sound like a goddamn liberal. Oh, life should be easy. It's never been easy. You think the caveman had life easy? You think the Indians had life easy? Yeah, before the white man showed up. I shouldn't say that, you know. I shouldn't use the I word. You think the Native Americans had things easy? I don't think they like being called Native Americans easier or either. So yeah, I don't know. I guess life has never been easy for humans on this planet. Or has it? I think I would much prefer a life of as a hunter-gatherer on a world that, without modern civilization, you know. We go to some fantasy world like the movie Avatar or something. Fuck. Eric Salvesen said it's time to fucking party. Yeah, the party's just begun. Does the fun ever start? Doesn't seem like that tonight. We got nothing. We got no action here tonight. I've had not much action on my channel lately anyway. Yeah, I get it. You know, seems like the harder you try to make your channel good, the worse it gets. So, the people that don't try, they got hundreds of millions of views. Man. What are you gonna do? Way she goes. You gotta talk about things that don't matter. You know, like maybe I should do like everybody's doing like a fast food review. You know, that seems to be very popular. Reviewing fucking chicken McNuggets, or yeah, these you know shtick that people use to build a YouTube channel, right? But anything but what the shit that I talk about. Kind of things I like to talk about. You're not going to build a YouTube channel on it. You're not going to build a big following. You're not going to have a whole bunch of viewers, subscribers. You're not going to monetize your channel and make millions of dollars like some YouTubers do. So yeah, I think it's all controlled, really. I'm not saying if it wasn't, I would have a bigger channel, but you look at the channels that are big, it's all a bunch of BS. You gotta fucking, just like in all of Hollywood and show business and everything. If you want a big channel on YouTube, you gotta fucking sell out, no doubt about it. Ken fucking Rotman in the house. Woohoo! He's still waking up. Super Dwayne in the house. Right on. There's a few of my people here. Thank goodness. I'm starting to give up hope. Yeah. Did you guys see my videos about the big snowstorm? Holy shit. I'm pooped, man. I've been shoveling tons and tons of snow for the past 4 days in a row. My God. It was unbelievable. Just kept snowing and snowing and snowing and snowing. But yeah, that happens here every once in when they feel like, pulling some weather manipulation on us. No, I'm just kidding. No, that doesn't happen. I live at the 9,000 feet in the Rocky Mountains. You got to expect a 4-foot snowstorm every now and then. It happens. But I don't know. I mean, I would never suggest it. That anybody could ever manipulate the weather or anything. That's ridiculous. That's insane. To think that humans were capable of manipulating or modifying the weather. Oh, you got to be out of your mind. You got to be out of your mind to think that humans are capable of manipulating Mother Nature. Nice hot day. Down under, Ken Rotman says. Jason S. in the house. Nice video this afternoon. Yes. It is kind of still afternoon, but yeah, it's going on 7 p.m. here. So, but yeah, I'm getting on early tonight because I want to get off early because I got to watch the goddamn hockey game. And the goddamn hockey game comes on at 8 o'clock our time. So that's like an hour and 10 minutes from now. But also, yeah, another 10. So yeah, the game don't start till like an hour and 20 minutes from now. Don't ask me why I'm such a goddamn hockey junkie. It's a bad addiction. So before the snowstorm, yeah. I did 3 videos about the snowstorm. I think before, during, and after. It was it's always an experience when you go through it. You don't know how much, how bad it's going to get when, is my house going to collapse under the weight of all this snow? It gets to be a little bit unnerving after a while when he just keeps coming down and coming down and coming. Like, yeah, I would like to. I would wish the snow would quit coming down now. It's been fun, but it's no longer fun. Yeah. Yeah, I made 3 videos on the snowstorm because it was I feel it took 3 videos to tell the story. I don't do many videos these days, but when we get a huge major winter storm like that, yeah, I think it's a fun thing to document because it only happens like every 10 years or so. We get a snowstorm like this, but who knows with how it's going to work in the future. But you know what they say? They always say, we can always use the moisture. Yeah. We're not going to need no moisture for a while, I don't think, after this. But yeah, fuck yeah. What else is going on? Besides the Mike Tyson Jake Paul fight. That seems to be all that matters on the internet these days. Anybody else have anything to tell me about current events? I guess what's his name? SpaceX supposedly shot another craft into space, right? You heard this one? SpaceX launches another. So, what do you think of that? Is SpaceX really ready for push-ups? Yeah. I've been up to like 10 push-ups a day. Yeah, I'm in Northern Ontario, Canada, way more snow than, yeah. But we haven't had much snow all winter, and then just this storm came through, dropped 4 feet of snow. All of a sudden, bam, we got snow. But yeah. Hopefully we don't get another one of these storms. It's always a concern. Yeah, I heard Canada's had a pretty dry winter, pretty warm and dry. Like most of the northern US and Canada, especially like west of the Great Lakes and north into Canada, it's had a very dry winter and warm, more warm than average. Yeah, whatever. It is what it is. And we're looking forward to spring now. Fuck it. Fuck what happened during the winter. We're just going to forget about it and we're going to start looking forward to the spring and summer. But then fall will come, and then there'll be another winter, and the cycle will continue again. But yeah, one thing they're really talking about right now is the big eclipse coming. You guys heard about that? September 8th. No, not September. April 8th. I'm sorry. April 8th is when the eclipse occurs across a big swath of the United States, just like one line. It goes from like the Gulf of Mexico through Texas, up all the way like a straight line, like through New York. It's an interesting trajectory of the eclipse that's coming up. But yeah, everybody's talking about it. You mean it's not climate change? I have no comment on that. Even if you was, yeah, but yeah, the eclipse, when people are freaking out about it, right? They're like, of course, people freak out about everything. They're saying they need to, like places in like Texas and all along the path of the eclipse, or like, they're like preparing for disaster and shit. And like, they're telling people to stay home and shelter in place, and just all this ridiculous because of a goddamn eclipse. They're telling people to prepare and stock up on groceries. Could be an eclipse due to a lot of shit happened after that. So, I think I froze up. Damn it. Yes, that's Ken Robin. Good point. The total blackout. See, that's a big thing they're talking about, right? Blackouts. Fucking man, it's so huge. This threat of grid going down and internet going down. I've been talking about it for years, man. It still hasn't happened, but I'm convinced that the internet's going to go down one of these days. This year seems as good a year as any. But yeah, people are more and more dependent on the internet, man. Fuck. I know I'm way too dependent on the internet. And it wouldn't take much for him to pull the whole fucking to pull the whole internet out, man. And then people would just be fucked if the internet went down. They wouldn't be able to access their fucking money, because people are, especially if you're like invested into cryptocurrency and, online banking, and the internet goes down, you ain't going to be able to access your cryptocurrency. So you might as well not have it. But is anything safe? Is any form of currency safe? Is your bank account safe? You know, is your cryptocurrency safe? Is your fucking what else is there? Your cash, yeah, that's the other one. Cash. Is your cash fucking safe? Even if you got fucking, you know, shit tons of cash stuffed under your fucking mattress, is that safe? You know, they just say, oh no, we're no longer accepting cash. Cash is no longer viable. You have to use either a card or, you know, yeah, because you know they really delved into cashless society. I mean, I've seen places that don't accept cash. I won't do business with them. You know, that really makes me sick. Go into a business and they tell you that they don't accept cash. I don't, well, fuck it then. I'm not doing business with you. If you won't accept cash, I'll take my business elsewhere. But they don't care. Most of people, most of the places that don't want to take cash are giant corporations. You know, they got a good reason why. They really did make a big push on cash. You know, during the you know what. You know, the last 2 or 3, 4 years, right? They want to make cash seem dirty. You know, use cash. It's like the money is covered with cooties. You don't want to use cash. No one wants to take your dirty, filthy cash. We'll take your car. Now they want to use the cell phone swipe, right? That's become the new thing, and of course it's all working towards retinal display, right? You just have your retina scanned, and then bam, just take the money out of your bank account. It's just the new, you know, debit card payment system, biometrics, really, right? That's where it's going. I think so. They want to do away with. They want everybody identified by their fucking biology, biometrics. And they want to make it to a point where they won't accept any other form of identity except for your retinal scan, you know, your facial recognition scan, right? Those are the things that will you know be used as currency in the future. EMF solar flares taking out the grid is bullshit. But I think so too. I couldn't agree more. They will be blamed on those things. You know, it's like, why do you think there's so much talk about all these billionaires building bunkers? Sounds like a Dr. Seuss rhyme. Billionaires building bunkers. And you know, it's only, you know, in the media because they want people to know that. Otherwise, you know, I think, you know, like Zuckerberg, everybody knows he's built a $100 billion bunker in Hawaii, right? Some ridiculous. Is it $1 billion? I don't know. It's ridiculous amount of it. Probably $1 billion, or is it 100 billion? Who knows? Or it's a multi-billion-dollar bunker. I think that's all just a big fucking show, just to make people think that that's what is really happening, but really that's not what's happening. See, I'm thinking out of the box. Someone wake up Joe. Where the fuck is Joe? Could be BS for sure. What do you think? Like Zuckerberg is building his bunker like down it, like he's tunneling into a volcano, right? That's what the Hawaiian Islands are, all a bunch of volcanoes, right? Every island is a volcano, but most of them are dormant. But I'm sure if you dig down deep enough, the lava's all around the whole island chain. So you could use that molten hot magma as an energy source for your secret underground layer. But yeah, I think there's no doubt. I mean, it could be true. I mean, I'm sure they are building some sort of bunker over there on the island of Kauai. And, hey, it makes sense. It's way the fuck out there in the middle of the fucking ocean. It's not easy to get to it. There's only so many people on that island. So, it's probably not the worst place in the world to have a bunker, but to let everybody know about it, that's kind of stupid. You would think that if someone like Zuckerberg was going to build a bunker, like maybe he's got other bunkers around the world too. Maybe he just wants that one bunker so he'll be safe when he's spending time on the islands. Brah. Yeah, how you got to ask yourself, how the fuck did Mark Zuckerberg get to be so fucking wealthy? It kind of boggles the mind. You know why? Because he's a fucking puppet in the show. Just like fucking Elon Musk and the rest of them. They're all puppets in the show. So it said the super rich are so afraid of death. I guess Zuckerberg is getting a few death threats. I'm spending $100 billion to build myself a safe place so I could go down there and live in virtual reality. Rotman says here Zuckerberg is growing broke. Imagine that. How could he go broke? He owns the landmine, the gold mine that is Facebook, which is currently known as Meta. Yeah, it's all, yeah. Zuckerberg is just, in my opinion, he's just a fucking fake puppet, man, like the rest of them. He didn't create Facebook. The whole story is bullshit. Just like the whole story of Elon Musk is all bullshit. They're just puppets of the true rulers of the world. They have their puppets that you see out in the spotlight. Anybody you see in the spotlight is a puppet. Like, people like Elon Musk, people like Billy Goats, I should say. And go underground and we'll lock the door from the outside. We lock the door. That would be ideal, huh? If all these fucking turds went underground like a bunch of moles and then they just got trapped down there. But I don't think that's the plan, man. When they go underground, there's going to be hell on earth, man. They're gonna pull the plug on everything, you know, and that's what a lot of experts say. If you turn off the electricity in the United States, like 90% of the population will be dead within like a month. It's an interesting theory. If they're all hiding underground in their bunkers and they turn off the grid within a year, I think they said, no, like within a year, 90% of the population will be dead. And a whole bunch will be dead in the first week, and the second week, and just the death toll will go up and up and up as the weeks go by. If all the grid went down in the United States and just went total blackout, and everything just shut down, right? If that happened, everything would just shut down. There would be no supply chain. There would be nothing. Everything that was left would be looted, and it would just become total chaos, right? Like Mad Max scenario. If that's what would happen if they pulled the plug on the grid. Interesting theory. I don't know if it's true or not. I'd like to think that people aren't that fucking stupid. That they would find a way to survive and not fucking kill each other off. Movie The Divide really makes bunker life look horrendous. Huh? Never heard of it. But yeah, I don't think bunker life sounds like a good time. But yeah, what else is going on? Nothing but a whole bunch of fucking Taylor Swift. You look at one Taylor Swift video, the next thing you know, your whole feed is just full of fucking Taylor Swift. I'll just tell you this about Taylor Swift. Just look at her shoe size. My God. I'm jealous of Taylor Swift's shoe size. I got tiny little feet compared to Taylor Swift. Hey, Sluggo, enjoyed my snow shovel video. Hey, thanks, man. But yeah, that's another big thing going on these days, man. Taylor Swift, Taylor Swift, Taylor Swift. My God. They're choking us with Taylor Swift dick. I mean, Taylor. But yeah, I noticed that, man. Her fucking shoe size is humongous. She's got huge fucking feet. And she walks like a Sasquatch. And not a lady Sasquatch either. I don't know. I'm just sick of fucking Taylor Swift. Anybody else? Anybody else sick of Taylor Swift? Am I the only one? Yeah, my snow shovel. Man, I did some more snow shoveling today, man. My next door neighbors over here, they're aging elderly people. And don't ask me why they live up here in the mountains, but they can't shovel themselves out. So me and I call it, someone called me, asked if I could help them shovel out. I was like, sure, I'll do it. I'll do it by myself if I have to. And then I called one friend, and he came to help. And then all of a sudden, a couple other people with their snowplow trucks came in and helped. And man, before you knew it, we had them shoveled out, man. It was really good, man. It really felt good to help these people. And they were so grateful, they wanted to pay us money. We're like, no, you don't got to pay. It's just the good neighbor policy, man. When one neighbor's in need, we help each other out, My boy Kevin Malloy, man, whenever one of us is in serious trouble, we know we can call each other and we'll do what we can to help. Well, not serious trouble, but if I need really bad, like I'm stuck somewhere and I need someone to come pick me up, I know I could call Kevin Malloy and he'll come pick me up, or come bail me out of jail, whatever. Not that that's ever going to have to happen. She be swift in the water with those flippers. Yeah. I'm just saying. And God, the way that fucking she moves, like, yeah. It's not very ladylike, I don't think. I don't know. Ken Robbins said Lady Gaga and Madonna more or less admit they used to be. It's just so bizarre. And I think Lady Gaga is still fucking packing her goods. And Taylor Swift. They wear clothing that kind of hides their junk. I don't know. It's bizarre, man, the whole thing. But then, Taylor Swift kind of has, some memories. But so, yeah, it's, the whole thing is just, it's where we are in the world, right? You dare not speak poorly of it, lest your channel be banned. CB Swift in the water. It's them flippers. Yeah, man, them feet are big, man. My God. She's a Bigfoot. Sasquatch. Cheers, motherfuckers. I don't know who Swifty is. You don't know? Yeah. Something weird about Swifty. Something not right. Just look at the size of her shoes. And then her hands. And the broads of her shoulders. That's a dead giveaway. But yeah, it's just really weird. That's the celebrities they want to give us now. And they always have. It's nothing new. Maybe I'm just you know what, theorist. Yeah. I've come to find out that a lot of celebrities are that way. Come to realize, yeah. So long arms is another giveaway. Yeah, she does. She's kind of like very lanky and long armed, like a skinny dude or whatever. Yeah. So yeah, and just her facial features, they don't look like a girl at all, really, in my humble opinion. And I'm an expert on the subject, I really like pretty women, beautiful girls and pretty women, but I don't see it in. I'm not seeing it in Taylor Swift. I'm not getting any kind of like, oh yeah, she's hot whatsoever. But yeah, as I say, that there's not a lot of men out there that don't think Taylor Swift is fucking hot as fuck. And I worked. I don't know if I've told this story on this live stream before, but yeah, I worked with this guy, and he was quite a few years older than me, and he's like, he thought Taylor Swift was all that, and like it was like his. And I suggested him, that Taylor Swift was, and man, he got so upset. He looked at me like, what? How could you? It was, oh man, he gave me like this really, really, really strangest look I've ever seen. That when I suggested to him, that maybe Taylor Swift wasn't a real girl, he was like livid. Like I couldn't believe that I would mention such a thing. It was pretty funny. I'll never forget that. That was like a couple years ago. Dwayne says it's very hard to find videos to point out male and female anatomy differences. David, yeah, there used to be a bunch of them on YouTube. It's amazing. There's so many things you can't find on YouTube anymore. Amazing how fast it all changed, and nobody even really noticed it. It just gradually happens day after day after day, and you just don't notice it. It's weird how that works. The whole genre change, the whole platform changes. The people you used to watch drift away because you're not seeing their feeds anymore. It's very interesting how they they control your thought, man. But yeah, I destroyed that dude's day, by telling him that to question Taylor Swift's sexuality. He was like, "No way, man! It can't be true." You know how many times I've tossed off to Taylor Swift? Imagine if you were tossing off to something and you found out it was actually a dude. Oh my God. That's got to be harsh. That's why he probably looked at me like that. God damn. It couldn't be a dude. I toss off to that. It was like he was like thinking maybe he's right, man. Maybe he was questioning his whole sexuality. God, what if he's right? And I'm really attracted to a dude. Oh no! Can be true. Oh man, I never seen the Crying Game. So about that sort of subject matter. It's all about that these days, though, man. It's really, 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 really weird. Ooh, baby, baby, it's a wild world. No. It's beyond a wild world. Oh, Playboy magazine is full of trans also. Oh, no way. How can like a naked chick be a trans? I guess, yeah, they had their junk cut off. Okay. Yeah. Okay. I get it now. Yeah. That's crazy, man. How long has that been going on? How long has this been going on? How long has this been going on? Crying Game about a guy falls for a hot black chick that finds out she's got a dick. She finds out that she's packing. Okay? We don't use the D word. We say she's packing heat. Like Big Mike. Big Mike. Big Mike. Come riding from out of the west. A man packing heat. And the best. I don't know. This is so weird. What you say? This has been going on for hundreds of years? Fuck. Why? Why do people have to be so fucked up? You know? How long has this been going on? Oh, shit. I thought I heard it all. No, I find out. No, I don't know nothing. I don't care. It's way weirder than you could ever imagine. And then some. I guess, when you're a younger guy, you just don't want to believe it, man. The world is just fucking weird. But then, nowadays, people just can't deny it, right? They got all the information at their fingertips via the World Wide Web and smartphones and blah, 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 blah. If you look at President's wife from 100 years ago, they look like dudes. That's true. I've seen a video about that. Yeah. Fascinating. Like it's hard to think of a name. Like Abraham Lincoln's wife. Looked like Abraham Lincoln with a fucking dress on. Abraham Lincoln's mom looked like Abraham Lincoln with a dress on. Even nowadays, some of the president's wives look like dudes, right? Look at fucking George Bush's wife. What was her name? And then look at Obama's wife. Big Mike. It's nothing new, man. Big Mike. Boom, 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 boom. No, but Barbara Bush. That's it, Barbara Bush, right? My God. Man. And then you look at like Bill Gates' wife. He was never president, but still. Melinda Gates, my God. Very masculine looking lady. So yeah, it's nothing new. Even Reagan's wife was kind of weird looking, Nancy Reagan. Oh, seems like every president's wife has something strange about them. But who am I to judge? The list goes on and on. Yeah. If you think about it, it does. I don't know. I can only go so far back in time that I remember what people's wives looked like. There was JFK's wife. Some people think that she was a tranny. And she killed him. She's the one that pulled the trigger. I think maybe I'm going into territory I shouldn't be talking about on my channel. It's probably something that's frowned upon. The JFK assassination. It was a long time ago. Why would they want to be fucking sensitive about it now? Because it relates to everything else that's happened since. Don't you get it? That's why they invented the word conspiracy theorist in the first place. Not that I have anything to do with those kind of people. They say Barbara Bush is Alice. Yes, that makes sense. Heard that. Yeah, she does is a dead ringer. And also, that chick from the Golden Girls, Betty White, is her sister. They look a lot alike. Or maybe maybe Betty White and Barbara Bush are the same person. That's even weirder. But yeah, it could be. They say that Angela Merkel or whatever is the daughter of fucking the man with, or the granddaughter of the man with the funny mustache. Wouldn't surprise me one bit. They're all related, man. The puppet show class, the people that are in the government and in the spotlight, there's like a separate bloodline from the true elites. They're like the service to the elites, kind of. They serve the role of the media and the government and the people that are out in the spotlight. But I'm sure anybody could get into that role if you're willing to sell your soul. You could become a politician. You could become an actor or a media, a prostitute. Hey, Mr. Adam's apple, how you doing? Anybody could do that, but they use you as a puppet, as a pawn. The true people that are controlling everything, right? Yeah, Eric, you think you got it all figured out, Mr. Fucking Know-It-All? Yeah. I don't know. It's just my hypothesis of what's going on. I have no idea, really. It's all the big fucking mystery. But yeah, fuck yeah. I agree. I think Barbara Bush was Aleister Crowley's daughter. No doubt about it. They look exactly like each other. And they're probably related to Charles Manson. One of my favorite figures of all time. I always thought that they should have released Charles Manson a long time ago, man. If you believe that he was really doing time in prison at all, of course he was doing time in prison. Where else could he have been all those years leading up to his death? Some people think that these famous people, they're living on an island somewhere, and they're pretending like they're in prison. I think that's a strong possibility. There's like the island of misfit toys. That was they were telling us something. The island of misfit fucking humans, where they send people that are supposedly deceased or doing time in prison, right? So they go to this nice plush fucking island. Not quite, not like Epstein Island, or maybe, who knows. It's an island. And they hang out there. And they have a great time, man. They get to live like a fucking kings on a tropical island. You go fishing and rafting and surfing and fucking whatever else, have luau's on the beach, fucking hula dancers and the whole 9 yards. And they're supposed to be in prison. Or they're just living in society and nobody, and kind of in disguise. You don't have to disguise yourself too much to not be noticed in public, really. Alberta is doing away with the pride flags and painted roses. Really? Good for them. It's because June's right around the corner, Pride Month. And yeah, it's ridiculous. I got nothing against people for what, their sexualities and shit, but man, it's just ridiculous with the Pride Month, man. And when everybody's hanging flags all over the fucking city and shit, all over. It's ridiculous. But whatever. It is what it is. Oh no, I hate that saying. I hate that when people say it to me. It is what it is. Usually, they've given up on the argument and they don't want to hear any more of your shit. But yeah, that's a good thing for Alberta, man, because that's nowhere near here in Colorado, man. Holy fuck. There's pride flags out all year round. I don't understand it. Yeah. There's pride flags everywhere year round. So it's a fucking year-round thing here. And then in June, it just goes ridiculous. I don't really care, man, what people want to do in their own. Yeah, the whole pushing it out there, man, is, it's one of those things you got to be careful what you talk here on the stubes. You got to be careful what you say. They're very sensitive. But yeah, God bless everybody. Cheers. Fuck yeah. Love you guys. Yeah, so far, man, it's survived the big fucking snowstorm, man. It was tough, man. It was hard fucking 4 days I've been through. And then today I went and helped my neighbor, did a bunch of shoveling to help them get out. So yeah, I think that's cool, man. You gotta give a little bit back to the world, right? Just people in need. Their driveway is fucking buried, like mine. If you watch the videos, how mine was, there's no way they can dig it out themselves. They're just too old and frail. They really can't afford to pay someone to do it. So, we get a few people around the area and we all decided to pitch in and help dig them out. It's great. I love it, man. But to help people like that, because a lot of people want to go out there and use it as a way to make money. Yeah, I'll dig out your driveway for $500. People are calling, hey, can you dig out my driveway? Well, I'm booked up. Everybody's driveway is fucking, buried. All right, I'll do it. If you give me $500, I'll do yours right away. You know, that's how they do it, man. And so whoever pays the most money gets their driveway done first. That's, but you know, and sometimes you just got to help your neighbors out, man. And yeah, I'm glad I did it, man. I really am. Like, fucking put out all those effort, you know. And I thought, yeah, you know, it's really the right thing to do. If you can help someone like that, fuck yeah, do it. You'll feel good about it. Because you know, nobody asked to be buried with 4 feet of snow. Yeah, get a bobcat. It makes heaps of money this time. Oh, I'd love to get a bobcat. Fuck yeah. I would name it Bob. This is Bob, my bobcat. Isn't he cute? There's all kinds of videos of fucking bobcats. People trap them, and it makes me sick. They think it's cool to record a bobcat. It's got his leg caught in a trap. You sick fucking humans. Dwayne said, "You gonna sleep tonight after all that shit?" Fuck yeah. I slept well last night. You know, I've been shoveling for 4 nights in a row, 4 days and 4 nights. And so yeah, I'm pretty pooped. Yeah. Fuck yeah. It was all worth it though, man. You only saw 3 of my days of shoveling in those videos. But that didn't, you know, you can only show so much shoveling in a video. But, and I went and shoveled out my neighbor today, man. It's like my shovel fucking chops are strong, dude. I'm ready for more snow, man. You know, now the snow season. Hopefully, we don't get another storm like this. Just knock on wood. We don't need another snowstorm like that one. We only get one of those like once every like 6 or 8 years, you know. A 4-foot snowstorm. It's very, very rare. That's why I thought I would make a documentary of it, kind of to the best of my ability. Kind of document the storm in video, you know. So that's cool. I think that was. I try to do that with every big winter storm. I'll make a few videos. But yeah, this is the biggest one we've had in a while. I think if you look at my channel, there's maybe 2 or 3 winter storms that I document in the past. But I think this is the biggest one that I've documented on my channel. But man, it came down hard, man. If you know the big 6-7 foot storm we had in 2003, it snowed for 4 days. You know, and finished with like 7 feet of snow. A lot of people say it was what the measurement was, you know. But if this thing would have, you know, went for 2 more days, this one snowed for like 2 days. And if it snowed for 4 days, it would have been, you know, 8 feet of snow. So yeah, for a 2-day storm, it's a record, I think. The 7-footer we had was a 4-day storm. So that thing stalled out and just snowed here for like 4 days and dropped 7 feet of snow. In some places it dropped 8 feet of snow. That was like they said that was like a once in 100-year storm. You know, I think that's when they first started playing around with fucking, you know, I can't say it. You know, weather modification. Back in 2003, you know, I think it was an experiment. and to see how much snow they could create in a storm. And that was, yeah. I mean, it couldn't have been natural. And it was very localized. It was just in this very area that got those huge snow totals. From here, like down into Denver, and Denver got some big snow totals, and like that was a long time ago, 21 years ago. Sluggo had a bobcat called Bob and an excavator called Eric. Well, what are the odds of that? That's incredible. But I think I don't know why they have all these videos posted on YouTube of people fucking with bobcats that are like with their leg caught in a trap. It just seems really, really sadistic, or just horrible. And there's all kinds of videos people posted, where they're fucking with a bobcat that's caught in a trap. So yeah, the planes are frequent. Yeah, if you look at my first video from this storm, it showed a huge bombardment of the planes. It was ridiculous. That's why I put in the video. All the fucking trails in the sky, right? Right before this huge storm comes through. Eric has trouble. Eric the excavator? Or Eric myself? I don't know. I do have trouble, though. Yeah, there's no doubt about that. My troubles are fucking irreparable. There's no fixing me, man. There's only one way to fix me, dude, and that's sometimes the frequency is so loud. Yeah, I've heard this before. It's a form of warfare on the population, man. And the harder they're waging warfare on you, the worse the frequencies become. I heard like over like in Gaza and shit, they fly drones over, just these drones just hang out in the area and just like make this sound like, and it just never goes away. All day and all night long, you hear this, and you'll say it drives them insane. That's part of fucking warfare, and they do that. They do that to people all over the world. And Dwayne says it feels like an attack for sure. Yeah. And it's more. There's so many ways they're doing it. From what I've been learning. We're surrounded by fucking frequencies that are doing horrible things to us, and people just don't realize it, man. And if you try to explain it to them, they act like you're fucking out of your mind. You know? Yeah. You try to explain it to people, and it's like, you're crazy, dude. If you think that your phone could hurt you, or your fucking, Wi-Fi router. But we all got to live with it, man. It's part of the world we live in now. It's everywhere. Huh. I got a bad high-pitched sound in my ear today. You tune it up and it gets that high, I feel like you're going to pass out now. That's 30 seconds. Huh. Yeah. Wouldn't doubt if it's some kind of EMF weapon. No, the EMF weapons are everywhere. Your phone is an EMF weapon. Some people believe. I'm not saying that's true. Some people think it's possible. It's a possibility. Yeah, grandson was visiting, asked what that sound was, that noise was. Yeah, so kids are hearing it too. We're just surrounded by this shit. You can't get away from it. The deeper into the city you are, the worse. Yeah. And up here in the mountains where I'm at, it's still. I live in a community. There's quite a few homes around me, and if I look on my computer, it tells you all the cell phone signals around, or it tells you how many Wi-Fi signals are in your area, and it's unbelievable how many Wi-Fi signals my computer picks up in a fairly remote area. My nearest neighbor is at least 100 feet away. That's not very far, I know. But the amount of, if I look on my Wi-Fi on my computer, the signals I get are pretty crazy. It's like I'm picking up a signal from everybody within, a quarter-mile radius or something. I don't know. Well cell tower is just set up the road for me. So the closer you are to the tower, the more exposure you're getting, right? Obviously. There's no getting away from it, man. They're putting them up everywhere. My nearest tower is probably between 1/2 to 1 mile away from me. I don't know. There's a hill between me and the tower, but they put it up so high that it can affect an area, so it can give you a cell phone signal. But if you got a cell phone signal, you're in fucking range of that fucking tower. If you got a cell phone signal, you're in range of the tower. Just basically. So pretty much, yeah. I looked at a map one time, and every single square inch of the United States is covered by cell phone towers. There's nowhere you can go. Even up here in the Rocky Mountains, way up high, you're still covered by cell phone towers now. It's unbelievable. I've seen some of the towers they built on top of these fucking mountains. Huge, huge fucking towers. Right above Eldora ski area. There's a giant fucking tower. It's frightening to me. That's just me. But other people say, oh, that's great. That gives us better communication. Yeah. I don't know. I'm like, ugh. Why the fuck did they build that fucking giant cell tower way up there on that fucking mountain? You know, it's hardly, you know, how much trouble they had to go to put that tower up on that fucking mountain. And this is way bigger than any fucking tower that you would see in the city. It's like a mega fucking tower. So yeah, it's crazy. But nothing to worry about here, folks. They're just putting these towers up for our benefit. They're to make our cell phones work better. So we can get faster internet service. So we can watch more porn on our fucking cell phones and whatever else. That's the only reason why they do it. That's what they want you to believe. It's all for your benefit. There's about 4 towers in town, population 800. Damn. Yeah, they don't need 4 towers for 800 people. So, you know. But no, these cell towers are definitely benevolent, okay, folks? There's nothing to worry about, nothing to see here, okay? As far as I'm concerned, on my channel, cell towers are perfectly safe. And I don't like to do air quotes. There's nothing to worry about here, folks. It's all good. Just go home, go back to bed, and go to sleep. Go count sheep. Fuck it. But yeah. And you know, why do they go through so much trouble to disguise cell towers? Gosh, it's ridiculous. The one in Netherlands is just so ridiculous. They try to make it look like a giant pine tree. It's so ugly. You know, it should be ugly. It's ugly, ugly fucking technology. I wish it never existed. But it was inevitable, you know, as technology advanced. You know, it all started with the telegraph, which led to where the fuck we are now. But, you know, it was all planned out. You know, I think the high technology has been around for a long time. And, you know, we're just another experiment on humanity. It started us off like primitive and slowly introduced technology to us. And now that the experiment's over, you know, it's an interesting theory anyways. That the high tech has been around forever. And they just reset humanity over and over again, you know, and just to have a lot of fun watching the human race evolve over and over again with technology and shit. I should write a book. Yeah, dude, you should fucking write a book and quit talking about it on YouTube. Yeah, I just think it's interesting. It's a very interesting possibility. Yeah, Dwayne says technology may have been around for thousands of years, or maybe even longer than that. Maybe millions of years. Okay, that makes sense to me. It's been around for millions of years. And they came here through the Anunnaki, right? The Anunnaki came to Earth and created the human race, and it's controlled us ever since. And they've always had high technology. Come on, ride the booth train. don't you believe in the Anunnaki? That's kind of like my true belief. That, that the human race was created by the Anunnaki. They created the human race in order to mine gold on Earth. That's the only reason why they created the human race, was to mine gold so that they could send it back to the fucking planet Nibiru. So yeah, that's why they genetically engineered the human race, was to mine gold on planet Earth. That's the only reason. And that's why they genetically engineered the human race to be stupid, right? That's why the human race can only use 10% of their brains. And why most people are dumb as fuck. Because they were genetically engineered to be that way. That's a story by L. Ron Hubbard. Battlefield. Yeah, it's about the Anunnaki. It's a great story. I think there could be some truth to it. I find it fascinating that they genetically engineered the human race. I think that's so fucking possibly true. That the human race was genetically engineered. It would explain a lot of things, a problem, and why people are so stupid, because they were genetically engineered to be that way, and easy to control. Because people are mostly pretty easy to control. I don't know. I'm just asking questions here. I'm just asking. Something to think about. But the whole Anunnaki thing, the genetically engineered human race. Or do you believe in evolution? Or you could believe in the Bible, right? That God created Adam and Eve, right? Whatever. Blah, 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 blah. No, I don't know. I don't want to mock anyone's religion, really. But it's fascinating. There's no easy answers. Just like to my life. What am I going to do with my life? How am I going to survive? And there are no easy answers, man. I think about all my problems. How do I solve all my fucking problems? It's just my personal problems. It almost seems impossible. There is no solution to my problems. And, there's only one solution to all my problems, and that's it. And that's what it comes down to. The only solution to everyone's problems is death. That's it. There's no other, and your problems just build up, and your problems get worse and worse and worse and worse until you die. Sad that life has to be that way. That's basically the general routine of life. We're born, we live, we struggle, we fight, then we die. It sucks. Why does life have to be like that? Because it would be boring if you just lived forever. That's true. Can't deny that shit. We all gotta fucking check the fuck out. Let's see. Let's see what. Well, fucking around with the settings. I was trying to do some background. Forget how to do it. Yeah, it's good. Virtual background. Yeah, there you go. Try the brick wall. Can you see the brick wall now? There it is. Fuck yeah. What do you think? How do you like the brick wall? How do you like the brick wall, y'all? For best performance. And then there's the good old. I've seen people use this now. Now that I know what it is, you know, you can make yourself look classy. Well, me, I look like a fucking ghost from like a Star Wars movie or something. Luke. Luke, you must go to Dagobah. There you will learn from Yoda. This is a nice crib. Okay. That was fun. Huh. Oh, yeah. Well, oh, there's Ken.
Hey.
Hey. How you going? How you going?
I'm good. Just enjoying myself in space right now.
Ah, yeah. Fuck yeah. How are things? How are things in orbit?
I don't know. It's pretty, plain boring. Just
Is there a lot of human feces floating around and shit?
actually, yeah, I think someone behind me got crushed by something. Nah. But yeah, we had a bit of an accident and everyone's dead except me. I'm sort of in charge of the whole ISS now. It's good fun. Keep seeing thousands of satellites going past. They keep crashing into us. Fucking satellites. I'm sick of satellites, you know.
It's got to be tough. Got to be tough living in orbit. You know, no matter where you go, there's never any easy answers, right?
Nah. So the satellites are invisible, though.
Life's always a fucking battle.
Yeah.
Whether you're on the ISS or fucking.
Oh, Joe. G'day, Joe. Joe finally turned up. He had a nap. Yeah.
I heard it's tough when you got to poop out, like when you got to poop on the ISS.
Yeah, you got a tiny little hole, not even that big, you know.
To
shit in
and you gotta like let it suck out into space, like when you flush the toilet.
And women have to put the same thing on their thing, and just after guys had his thing in it, and
don't they have space toilets?
It's very unhygienic, really, because
I can't believe they haven't come out with space toilets yet.
If you miss, it's going all over the space station.
You know what they could do? They could have like they could have like a sandal outside, you know?
Yeah.
So you can like spacewalk out there. Like a porta potty. Just like send a porta potty up there,
Yeah.
and you could like, spacewalk out to the
Yeah.
porta potty, do your thing.
I got to go out. There's a bolt I have to tighten. Just one bolt on the outside of the ISS to the astrocondibulator or something. And yeah, I just got to, sort of turn a few things and then walk back,
Yeah. But how come, are you floating right now?
Yeah. Oh, no, there is gravity in space. Well, there's no such thing as gravity.
You got artificial gravity turned on?
No, it's actually water out there. We're underwater up here. Yeah. Space is water. So we just sort of float around,
You can't
Lots of
reveal what kind of secrets here on my channel, Ken.
Oh, no, that's right. I don't want to be a whistleblower.
Beans, bro. You can't spill the beans.
I have no plans in doing myself in anytime soon. I just want to make that statement.
Have you ever done a spacewalk?
Yeah.
And you seen bubbles in space?
Well, you only go up a little bit, about 20 foot up, and you're in a giant swimming pool. Yeah, it's pretty weird.
And you roll joints on the ISS. I'm sure you can. I know it would be tough in zero gravity because we would be floating all over the place.
Well, you're not allowed to have open flames here, but I don't know why.
I think it would be real hard to roll a joint on the ISS or chop up a line of fucking blow.
Yeah. The amount of times I got caught up in wires I keep getting caught up in wires and tubing on the walls and stuff. It's a real pest, that Nothing seems to happen when they all go pulled out of the wall and shit, but.
And how all these people from all over the world living together up there. Isn't that wonderful?
Yeah. I love that Jewish girl who's up here with. Well, she was.
Yeah.
I threw out the airlock, but she used to go through so much hairspray. All this hairspray flying around.
Yeah.
Her in her silly shorts, and she's the one who showed us how to use the toilet on the ISS. You know that one. And
ever since her, any woman in space has had their hair cut short.
No, they don't do that. Not like Ripley in Aliens 3. Yeah.
Oh, Ripley in Aliens 3.
She had a bald head then.
Yeah, but Sigourney Weaver.
Yeah.
She was never hot.
I don't know what's going on, but all the Russian women they send up here aren't very attractive. I don't know why.
Sigourney Weaver is like would be hot to like a lesbian.
Yeah, she would have had that Sinead O'Connor attraction.
So I'm not saying just because men wouldn't find her attractive doesn't mean that some women might not find her attractive.
Apparently, we never had any women heroes until Captain Marvel movie. But I'm sure Sigourney was a strong female character.
Sure. Man, I remember going to see the first Alien movie when I was young, and it was so boring. I fell asleep. I remember I went with like this one girl that I kind of liked, and her mother and her brother, and we went to the drive-in, and we were trying to watch the movie Alien, and I was like 11 years old at the time. I'm just like trying to watch this fucking movie, and then I just bam, next thing I knew I was fucking asleep, at that age. It was so fucking boring. It was like, but then I remember watching it a few years later when I was like 13 or 14 years old, like on cable TV. You know,
I've known a lot of people who
I
went to the
smoked
movies.
some weed. I smoked some weed and I watched it, and it fucking freaked me out, man. I was
God,
like,
I read
holy fuck. This movie's
How old was
fucking with my
I?
head. You know, it had like the total paranoid marijuana buzz, you know, watching Alien. It was awesome.
What year was it? 1981 or something, wasn't it?
Alien, it was probably like 1979, maybe. I'm guessing.
Yeah.
79 or 80, right in there.
I think you're right. Yeah, I think it was 79. Yeah, I loved it because 79, I would have been. Oh God, 79.
Yeah, you got to really get into that.
I would have been 20. I would have been 20.
Yeah, nice.
Yeah.
I think I was like 79, like 11 years old at the time. I remember going to the movie theater and seeing, like I said, with the friends, with this girl and her mother, and just got.
Did they like it?
The movie got to be so boring that I fucking fell asleep. I was just learning how to hang out with a girl at the movie theater.
And you fall asleep on it. Oh,
in her mother's car, you know, at the drive-in.
Yeah.
But, you know, of course, she kept us separate. I had to sit in the back seat, and the girl had to sit in the front seat, you know.
Yeah, I remember years ago going with a girlfriend of mine to like childhood sweetheart she was, and we went and seen Born Free at the drive-in. It was great.
Yeah,
you know, about the lions. Yeah. And then
the 70s, what a great time. In the 80s, the early 80s. Just
a few years later, she got hit by a car, and
I'm so glad that I was able to live in those days. I remember a much better world, man. God, it was great.
Times were much more simpler. Just so
the world was so much better, man. It's just,
people are more chilled out. No one's even talking about racism or.
It's just sad what the world has become, man. My God.
No one was worried about anyone being a tranny. Oh well, that's their thing, I guess.
Tranny. You know? Oh, you don't have to worry about your kids getting fucking going to storybook hour.
Yeah, they always kept to themselves, never harmed anyone. The ones that I used to know in the past.
They stayed in the closet, right? They stayed in the closet.
Yeah, I knew one in this country town, lived right out of town. And
no, but there was, I grew up in Southern California. I grew up in the LA area, in Southern California. There was no shortage of them back in them days, but it was a lot different. It was a lot different.
But everyone like was chill.
But yeah, there was openly gay people back in them days. I remember most of them were hairstylists.
And most only got beaten up by cops.
Yeah, or other people. It wasn't accepted like it is now, or not only is it accepted, it's encouraged, right?
Depending on what area they were growing up in.
Yeah, I grew up in like the San Fernando Valley, right? It's like the suburbs of Los Angeles. Which is like we're all close to Burbank, California. A lot of my childhood I spent in Burbank, California, which is where a lot of the movie studios and stuff are, right? And so I got to rub elbows with a lot of people in the movie industry. It was interesting growing up.
Yeah.
I went to school with like some child stars, and I got to know some child stars and like other celebrities.
Yeah, you would.
It was just it was just where I lived, and it was just that's where the people were.
California.
There was mostly they were pretty normal people, the ones that I got to know. The child stars and stuff that I got to know growing up, they were just pretty normal for the most part. They just wanted to be.
Yeah, a few come from humble beginnings, you know, like.
But then at some point, some of them go insane. Like
a lot come from cults.
Todd Bridges lost his fucking mind. And I met him a few times.
Jacqueline Phoenix and River, yeah, they grew up in Children of God cult, you know.
Yeah,
and so did others, you know. Some are J-Dub, some are, I know, you know.
Yeah.
Michael Jackson was a Jehovah's Witness. Selena Williams, the Williams sisters, they're J-Dubs.
Yeah, it's really, you know, what I've learned since about Hollywood and all that shit, man. You know, my cousin, who is a great musician and drummer, told me years ago back in the 80s about this shit. About how fucking disgusting, you know, the music industry is.
Yeah.
And by
evil, man.
The whole entertainment industry, my God. He told me about it. He told me about this shit back in the late 80s when I was a young guy. You know?
Yeah.
He knew for a fact that this shit was going. I just discussed it. It was mostly, you know, like homosexual shit, you know, that was going on in the music industry. And that's why he never became famous, because he wasn't about to do that kind of shit, you know. So
Jay said he's still eating Play-Doh in 79.
So yeah, it's a
Play-Doh.
What goes on in the music and movie industry, my God, it's unbelievably disgusting. Oh, you got the brick wall, nice.
Yeah, another brick in the wall.
You know, it's cool. It makes you. It looks like half your arm is amputated.
Yeah, I know. Lost losing my arms.
What the heck? Yeah, you look like a character from like a fucking, you know, Mad Max movie.
Are you looking forward to the next Mad Max movie? It's called Furiosa.
Yeah, that's what the world needs. Another new Mad Max movie.
It's a woman type Mad Max now. She's in charge.
Ah, yeah, it will be Mad Maxine.
Yeah. Furiosa. I think she's in the last one. Oh God, help us. Anyway.
Yeah, you can't have.
Look, we don't need another hero. We had Mad Max. Fuck, don't replace him.
You can't make a movie now unless the woman is the fucking, what do they call it? Protagonist.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, I watched this TV series the other day. It was really good, actually. I enjoyed it. Called Severance, and it's about these people work for this company, and when they go there, as soon as they walk into the building, they forget the real life and they only know the working life, and vice versa. As soon as they leave the job, they forget whatever the hell they were doing in there. So they don't have any memories of working and
or their real life. Oh my God!
Yeah,
that's crazy. That's true.
And they're just starting to work out how to tap into the real life when they like become unplugged.
You know, that's probably not so far fetched.
They got it. They get a chip. They get this chip drilled into their head. You know. So they.
Like the Neuralink.
Yeah. And that none of them. It's all departmental.
Well, it's nothing like the Neuralink.
So no one knows what their job really is. Like the main characters in this one, their job is to go through numbers and find certain groups of numbers and put them into boxes. And it's just absolutely insane, their job. It's so boring. And this main woman in it, she tries to get out of there and she threatens to cut her fingers off, and she tries to hang herself at one stage. And
sounds like a lovely film.
And then when that... But they got to look after them, so when they come go back into their normal life. They're still healthy, you know, they haven't been physically hurt or anything. But yeah, crazy show. I'm waiting for series 2 to come out, but because of COVID
they make these movies for a reason, man.
Yeah,
it's called predictive programming.
It's a very creepy idea, really, because
it's just opening your mind up to it as a reality, right?
Yeah, it's pretty bizarre.
Pretty bizarre, to say the least.
I'm watching one called.
The shit they put in their fucking movies, dude. Come on. What the fuck is the matter with these people?
It's hard to find a good movie. There's more good TV series than movies.
I can't watch movies anymore, man. I can watch some old movies sometimes.
Yeah, I love the old ones. Yeah.
But I don't really watch movies anymore, man. I have no source for movies anymore. You know, I don't have Netflix or anything like that. And dude, that looks so cool, dude. You look like a genie, like disappearing. You're just like a head there for a minute.
I got the headphones on because the guy was working, but he's not doing it now, so it got pretty loud here. So I don't need this now. Man, it's too hot. Too hot for this.
That's the new Mad Max movie, Mad Maxine.
Yeah, I'll watch it. I'll watch the next one.
It's going to be a female protagonist.
Just to see the trucks and all that, the mad vehicles. I'll watch it just for that.
So they're really coming out with a new Mad Max movie?
Yeah. Well, it wouldn't take much to be better than the last one. The last movie is a little bit shite, I thought. You know, it was just like, the plot was silly. It was like wacky races, you know, we're going to chase Mad Max, and then we get out in the desert, and then we all go back. It's like, what was that all about? Silliest plot ever.
See,
all the vehicles were good to look at, you know.
Yeah, it was a great movie, man. It was one of the best movies. The original Mad Max movie, man. I was just a young kid.
I still love the second one the most, though.
Yeah, the second one was really good too.
That's always going to be the favorite.
But the one with fucking Beyond Thunderdome, that one sucked ass.
Yeah, that was a shit. That was more or less the same plot as the next one.
Because it had, you know why it sucked so bad?
Fury Road.
Because of fucking that one bitch. What's her name?
Oh, Tina Turner.
Tina Turner.
Hey, Raggedy Man. Oh, God.
You know, if they could have put anybody else in that role, and it would have been a much better movie.
She wasn't acting very well in that, I'll tell you.
Just, I think having her in there really ruined the movie.
It actually spoiled it. Yeah, it was too flamboyant, you know.
Other than that, it wasn't a bad movie.
I think she had a good holiday when she came there. Yeah.
It was a decent movie, I'd say. Beyond Thunderdome. The second one called?
Sets were okay.
There was the one before that, Mad Max.
Fury Road, the Road Warrior.
Road Warrior. That's right. Yeah.
Yeah.
But the original was the best. The original was still the best, in my opinion.
Yeah. Simple.
It was the original. It was just.
Oh, the stunts were excellent.
Yeah. You know, it was very different for its time.
I actually read the book before I saw the film. Before it came out.
The original Mad Max movie was just so much better than the. I mean, in my opinion, the Road Warrior was really good. I just think the feeling of the original one. You know, it was like this.
It was just called
like
Mad
no movie
Max.
I had ever seen in my life. You know,
It was just called Mad Max 2. Mad Max Beyond Thunderdome, yeah, and then Fury Road, and now we've got Furiosa.
Yeah, and it's like, you know, they've done it to death. So that's another reason why I like the original Mad Max.
Yeah,
is my favorite. Road Warrior is good.
Yeah,
But after that, when it comes to like Beyond Thunderdome and shit, that
yeah,
the first two, and my favorite is the Road Warrior, because I remember seeing it when I was a young kid, and man, it was so cool. You know, it was just really cool. It was like, oh, Mad Max.
Nowadays, they want to make everything bigger than the last one. You know, bigger and better and bolder.
It was so cool, man. Budget. And they had like cars that went like just fucking hauling ass down the road.
You know? The old Interceptor. Yeah.
When you see that when you're like 10 years old, you're like, fuck yeah, that's fucking cool as fuck.
Yeah.
This is the coolest movie I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah.
But yeah, you know, it was sad when his kids got killed, when his wife and kid got killed.
Yeah, that was pretty.
You really learned to hate the gangster bikers, right?
Yeah, it was a good old revenge movie, you know.
Yeah. It was a classic movie. Maybe the greatest revenge movie of all time, you know, except for maybe, you know, some of the Chuck Norris flicks. No, not Chuck Norris. Or Charles Bronson, right? Death Wish.
Oh, yeah, I loved all the Death. I liked all the Death Wish films. I like Charles Bronson.
Oh my god.
Oh, phone call. Eh? Yeah, Charles Bronson was one of my favourite action type guys in the 70s, 80s. I saw Death Wish movies at the pictures, actually.
Hello.
And
hey,
who else was good? I liked all the Arnie's, you know, the Arnie movies.
I'm sorry.
Pretty, you know.
Oh no, yeah, a little bit.
I like the basic plots. And good old Chuck Norris, he was good to have a laugh at, you know. I love Walker, Texas Ranger. That show had me in tears of laughter. It's just so daggy. It was funny. Always a good message in it. No, I loved Walker, you know. I used to sit there and have a good old laugh. Yeah. There's got a new Texas Walker Ranger show. Oh, I haven't even bothered watching that. It's not with him in it, so it would be crap. So the telemarketer.
I'm in the middle of a live stream right now.
I got sell.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, no problem.
Hey guys.
Talk to you soon.
Solar panels. It's all right. I got enough solar panels. Mate, thanks. Thanks, John Smith from India. Yeah. You got enough solar panels, haven't you, Eric? No. Was that a telemarketer? No,
that was my neighbor. Thanking me for help dig out my other neighbor. You know, it's one of those times we had a big snowfall. Had to help.
Yeah. You have to keep the taps dripping so they don't freeze, eh?
No, it's not that cold.
Oh.
Just fucking
a
bunch of snow. And now the snow is melting pretty fast.
If the weather's not too cold, it won't last long, will it? It'll start melting.
Yeah. We're heading every day is getting longer, right? We're heading towards spring and summer. So, you know, snow will melt fast.
Bloody daylight. It'll be daylight saving soon, won't it, for you guys? Or no? I reckon daylight saves the stupidest thing ever. You know, it's long days and short days. You know, it's simple.
Yeah. Yes.
Why put clocks back?
The seasons, they come and go, right? Luckily, we're heading towards the warm seasons now. The snow will melt. fast, but yeah.
Well, we'll be heading for the cold season.
Yeah, exactly.
I might even try and set up a little wood heater in this caravan so I'm warm. Yeah.
Anyways, yeah.
I've got a mate who's got one. Little one. 3 days ago, I was in a wife beater shirt. I don't know what that is.
A white beater shirt? You know what a white beater shirt is?
No. Never heard that. What's that? A tank top?
It's like an undershirt, like a tank top undershirt.
Oh, right. I haven't heard that one. No. And long johns and sweat. Today you're in long johns. Yeah. I was in long johns last night too. It gets cool at night lately. But we had a few good warm nights, which I appreciated. Don't get them often. But yeah, so I'm going to have a meat pie for lunch and then do a bowl of dishes and
make
a home brew. Got to make a home brew, keep the brews going.
Yeah, I'm still dealing with fucking, snow, man. It's insane. When you get 4 feet of snow, man, your whole world becomes
snowed down.
It's really weird. Like everything is gone. It's all buried in snow. I just got little corridors to move in until the snow starts to melt. Yeah, it's gonna take a minute, man. It doesn't happen overnight.
About a week or so.
Yeah, who knows? Yeah, depending on the weather. But it seems to be melting real fast. I would say that.
So Joe hasn't had any snow.
Joe.
Yeah, has no snow.
Joe has no snow?
So he must be in a warmer climate-ish area.
Yeah, we just got this really weird fucking snowstorm that came through. It happens sometimes here in March.
Yeah.
We're not saying it doesn't have anything to do with the what.
No, not at all.
We would never suggest anything like that. No. God forbid.
It
has nothing to do with the what.
Yeah. Snow removal on roofs. Oh, I wouldn't like that job.
Yeah.
How
How
would they do that?
Seems like the snow is melting very fast up my roof, so I'm not too worried about it getting it removed.
You need like giant hair dryers,
I have one part of my roof that has wires run through it, and it melts the snow.
Oh yeah.
The wire heats up.
Yep.
And it melts the snow. So I had that on. It melted a lot of the snow in that area. I mostly just use it like on the north side of the house. It doesn't get a lot of snow and it doesn't get a lot of sun in the wintertime.
Yeah.
It doesn't get much sun in the wintertime, so the ice will build up there. So if I turn that on, it'll melt the ice.
That's a good idea.
Yeah, and it protects your roof from the ice. Basically, is the idea. Why you don't want that ice to build up there, because it creeps up under your roof shingles and fucking destroys them.
Causing stuff, right?
So if you melt that ice right there in this valley where the ice all comes into the gutters, it's you just run wires through there to melt it. And the idea is it will help protect your roof from damage.
too much weight on it as well, you know.
Yeah, because if you don't have some there to melt, that ice will build up. It'll start creeping up. It's like where two come together at 90, and then there's a ridge that goes, or not a valley that goes up like that. So it brings a lot of snow and ice into that area, and it's on the northeast side of the roof, so it doesn't get a lot of sunlight in the wintertime, you know. So the sun's not there to melt it.
I get sunlight.
Yeah, I put this wire that runs through and you plug it in, and it gets warm and it melts the ice. So it works pretty good.
Yeah.
I'm pretty.
I was thinking they should have something like that, and they do. So yeah.
I only plug it in when I need it. You know, you don't want to plug it in all winter long. It costs like $1 a day. It costs like I'd say about $1 a day. So if you run it for 30 days, that costs you $30 on your electric bill. You're going to notice that. But if you run it only when you need it, you know, $1 here, $1 there when you need to melt that ice, you know. But you don't want to forget that it's plugged in, you know, and let it run definitely all month long, because it'll add $30 to your fucking electric bill. You know, you don't want that. No one wants $30 on their electric bill. You don't need to pay that much. You're like,
that's right.
How come my electric bill is so high? Oh shit! I forgot I had that fucking thing plugged in.
I'm getting a power generator, I think tomorrow. Yeah. It's I think it's about 2.5 kVs, which is all you need really, you know, because we get a lot of blackouts, so I'll be prepared. And it's a push button one.
You know what? I'm due for a new roof not too far in the future. I'm just wondering where I can get blue shingles.
No, I'm going to paint my caravan blue as soon as I afford some blue.
You know, you'll be able to buy blue shingles.
Yeah. Well, I'm down in a beach area, so I might as well paint my caravan blue, you know, sea blue.
I didn't know you could paint shingles, you know, on a roof.
Oh, yeah. They have it like an enamel on them, but you got to spray a special thing on to make sure it bonds, you know. I never did roof painting.
You can paint asphalt shingles?
Asphalt shingles.
Asphalt.
I guess so.
You know, asphalt are just like your standard roof shingles. You know.
Right, yeah, like terracotta or
no, that's like ceramic, but I'm talking about like, you know, asphalt shingles. Like,
don't know.
No. Asphalt shingles are? Interesting.
Never heard of it.
Here in the United States, most of our roofs are made with asphalt shingles.
Right. What are they made of? Like asphalt?
You know what asphalt is? Asphalt.
Lee might, but he knows a bit about roofing. But
you know, like blacktop highways and shit, roads, asphalt roads.
Yeah, it's made of that stuff, right?
It's kind of the same thing as that, but it's made into a roof shingle.
Right.
And
they might be using them nowadays. I haven't seen any around here. They're all sort of. Most people have corrugated iron roofs here.
What kind of roofs?
Corrugated iron. Roof.
Corrugated iron.
Yeah.
No way.
Yeah.
Dang.
And walls, corrugated walls. Some have the the fiber cement sheets, whatever you call them.
But no, here in the United States, there's a lot of There's a lot of asphalt shingles still.
Oh,
Fiberglass. Interesting.
fiberglass shingles now. It's all right, eh? Not many asphalt shingles left. Roadways. Roadways are using all, eh? Asphalt shingles are fairly popular in Australia. Yeah, I knew Lee would know. So, yeah. I knew you'd know, Lee. I heard of it.
They're pretty standard here in the United States. Most roofs have on residential houses.
$30 a sheet for corrugated metal, 8 feet across. Right, that's a big sheet. Yeah. Oh, 8 feet length. Right. Yeah. That we get them about that length too here. Got a whole heap out the front. I could build a nice little shed.
That's funny. We're talking about fucking roofing materials now. Only because of the painted blue, right?
There's enough corrugated iron here to build a nice little shed, like annex off my caravan.
You know, we got into this whole thing because we were talking about painting the roof blue, right?
Yeah, I want to paint my old caravan blue, different shades of blue.
Can I get blue shingles? Is it safe to paint? I don't know. Who cares? Who gives a fuck? Just paint your roof fucking blue. If you want to survive the apocalypse.
Going to get some acrylic weather shield gloss and go for it. Go mad.
But what shade of blue? I'm thinking Smurf blue.
Yeah. For the roof, anyway.
Smurf blue. Yeah, give me 25 gallons of Smurf blue.
They are a pain in the ass to install skylights through. Oh, they are, yeah. Because Lee used to do the skylights.
I'm just gonna paint my fucking asphalt shingles blue. I don't think it's gonna work too good though, man. But if it saves my house from getting burned down, I guess it's worth it.
Yeah, I'll buy about 20 litres of paint and get it tinted. And,
I still got a few years left on my roof. You know, for
the inside and outside. And they're worth a bit of money, caravans.
5-gallon can of paint. Fucking paint
on a caravan. Yeah.
But the question is, what shade of blue? Facebook blue?
Yeah, all them companies have blue, don't they? A lot of them.
Like the blue that's on this live stream.
Yeah, roofing's. Yeah, I knew a lot of roofers. It was a hard fucking yakka. Hard work.
Yeah, roofing is hard work, man. Everything's
What's
hard
this?
work.
AC. You see a fire coming.
See, abandoned citizens put up the perfect shade of blue to paint your roof. Like the deep blue sea. Mm-hmm. Joy to the fishes in the deep blue sea. Joy to you and me.
What, you got a fire coming your way, Slugger? What do you say? I'll check the emergency site. Hang on.
Bust out the marshmallows.
Yeah, where's the fucking emergency?
Is that like your real Is that like your real house? Or is that
where I'm at?
Fake background.
No, this is it. This is where I live.
I don't know. I can't be sure anymore. You can't tell. Yeah.
Yeah.
You can. I thought you were on the ISS, for fuck's sake.
I get around. Let's see. I can't see any emergencies in Benambra. Planned burn. There's a planned burn in Benambra, Lee. But I can't see emergency here anywhere. Warnings 0. Incidents 1. Strong wind. There's no wind here. What are they talking about? No. I think you're right. You're okay. I think there's a planned burning somewhere. One Boyne. Oh, I know One Boyne. I stayed there. One Boyne Lake. Wow. There's a little fire at One Boyne Lake. Not sure how far that is from you, Lee, but I had friends who owned a big oyster farm there, and I used to go and stay. Anyway.
Fuck yeah. There you have it.
That's it. Talk to text not working properly. Yeah, just like when you're texting and it auto-corrects. That drives me nuts. Auto-correcting. Minnesota in 30 countries just posted a fire ban. Minnesota. Fire ban in Minnesota this time of year.
Yeah, it's pretty. I know it's been pretty dry in that part of the country.
Cool. Yeah, so One more. That's right. A lot of lakes there. Used to eat oysters up the coast, not far from Lee. Yeah, this oyster farm. Go out on a boat. Across the lake was a shop. There's lakes everywhere at that joint. Back in the 80s, I think. I just spotted it on the map.
Fuck yeah.
Well, what else has happened? People are going missing, and then they found the persons who done it. A couple of cases like that going on. Yeah, Australia decided to make. Billy Goats was here a few weeks back, shaking hands with our Prime Minister, and he agreed to put all these GMO bananas up in Queensland, to replace them with GMO plant trees. That was great to hear. You know, I hate those nice tasting bananas, you know.
God, these fucking people are just so sick.
It's fucking really angered me when I saw that. God.
My God. Yeah. Sell those all fucking down the shitter, right?
Yeah. Oh, you'll be having a bonfire soon. Oh, cool.
Because, you know, people are getting paid off by Billy Goats.
Yeah, just shook hands and did a deal.
It's just
so
wrong.
He didn't even have to stay a day, you know, I don't think. Well, I don't know.
Billy Goats, man. God, it's so hard to believe.
Just pops in any old country, shakes hands on the plane again. Just
it's hard to
got
believe.
Some GMO mosquitoes over there.
Wow, what a world we live in, huh?
I know. Oh, they'll probably last a lot longer, these bananas. They probably won't rot for a few weeks. That should be a few days, but yeah. Now all the fruit and veggies are tasting crap lately. All the fruit,
me too, man. Like I look at the bananas just don't look good at all. And like, the tomatoes aren't very good. The avocados are shit.
Strawberries are tasteless, you know. Oh God!
And the jalapenos have no flavor whatsoever.
Yeah, oranges, you know, apples. Yeah, none of it tastes real anymore. You know, no, not as juicy, not as sweet, not as. You know. But I have managed to get some organic. I've managed to get some organic fruit off people around here, like passion fruit. I love
modified Oreo cookies. Yeah, the Oreo cookies, they still taste great.
And this lady, she brings around some rhubarb for me, stewed rhubarb and apple from her garden. Rhubarb. Yeah. from our garden too. It's not natural. I mean, it's natural.
Yeah, when I was a kid, my uncle used to have rhubarb growing in his backyard. It's delicious.
Yeah, it is.
It's like,
I love it, and it's good for you.
on a hot summer day, it was great.
Bit of custard or cream, or
You just cut a piece off it and just eat it. It's awesome.
I was having it with yogurt, stewed rhubarb. Yeah.
When I was a kid, we used to eat it raw.
Yeah.
You know, I was a kid. Yeah.
You don't eat the leaves, do you?
No, you just ate the stalk.
Yeah, the leaves are toxic. I heard.
I didn't eat a lot of it, but I remember eating some. It was very tasty.
Don't forget,
as a young kid.
Yeah,
Because my uncle grew it in his yard.
No, we had it often. We had it often when we were young too, because our grandparents the same. Yeah.
It's kind of like sweet celery almost, yeah. Or sour, sweet sour.
Very, yeah. It is.
Probably related to the celery plant.
I stew it up like you would apples, and you just add a little bit of cinnamon and sugar. It's pretty nice there. Yeah.
It's got a lot of fiber and a lot of moisture.
Well, what you do, Joe, you just get a pot and you only put a little bit of water in, about, say, I don't know, that much, and you chop it all up, just like the same with apples, stewed apples. You just put a little bit of water in and boil it, and lid on, and it'll slowly soften, and you just keep stirring it. Mate, with apple, you've got to make sure the pieces are pretty small and it's the right sort of apple. I tried it with an apple the other day, and those apples weren't meant to be stewed. They would not break down. So I just tossed it.
So what, it just came out like all rubbery or something?
Well, they're obviously so GMO'd they won't bloody stew.
They just
meant to be green apples. Green apples are the ones. Yeah. What do you call them? Granny Smiths.
Granny Smiths. Oh yeah, I'm not much of an apple eater.
I used to know every apple.
I'm sure.
Pink ladies.
I should probably eat more apples.
Oh, I know what you mean. I find it hard eating apples too.
I always loved apples when I was a kid.
I had some the other day with banana and berries and yogurt. Yeah. I'm trying to get healthy. Yeah, it's work.
It's expensive.
I don't even feel like eating today, but I got to eat before I drink. It's a bad thing to drink before you eat. Yeah.
I like to eat better, but
Yeah.
What the fuck?
We need fiber fortified beers. That would be a perfect world.
Yeah. I'd love to be fed grapes, What the fuck?
Yeah. Nah, that's it. Just your body is your temple.
Everything tastes great to a hungry kid. Everything tastes great to a hungry adult too.
Yeah. Oh look, the Israelis have been sending food packages to the Gazan kids. All that's in them are Skittles.
I heard that. That's
right. That's just sick, isn't it?
Sick.
The saddest.
But hey, at least there's some Skittles, right? That's fucked up.
Yeah.
It's not funny. Because Skittles are just poison.
Yeah.
Even though, man, I love Skittles. I haven't eaten them in a long time.
Yeah. Yeah.
I used to eat Skittles like 20 years ago.
I had some not long ago, actually.
I'm trying to think of the last time I ate Skittles.
I'm trying not to eat sweets anymore.
12 years ago. 12, 15 years ago when I was working at Eldora. And people would they would hand me packs of Skittles for free.
I don't know what tool they're using, but it's very loud. Like a ratchet. Don't know what they're ratcheting.
But yeah, all the candies, the packaged candies, probably not a good idea.
No, I bought some the other day and I felt shit ass after I had them the next day.
Yeah, I don't need candy at all, really. It's been a while.
March.
Maybe 10 years ago since I eaten candy.
The March fly just bit me. God, they hurt. Yeah, where is it? Where's my candy? Yeah, all purple. There it is. Half the pack was purple lollies, and I hate purple grape flavour. And it says it's the Natural Confectionery Company. No artificial colours, no artificial flavours. Well, how come it zonks me out when I have them, I get real tired as soon as I have them and get heart palpitations.
Brandon says a buddy of mine dropped off 100 pounds of potatoes from planting half of them. Well, nice.
100 pounds of potatoes.
So you just bury them in the ground, huh? To plant potatoes. Just grow.
Yeah. You just cut the ice and put them in the ground. Yeah.
Couldn't be easier to grow any plant.
You go through a peanut butter cup about once a month. Oh, yeah. Yeah, mine lasts quite a while.
I love peanut butter cups.
Peanut butter and honey, I love.
I haven't eaten one in a long time. Peanut butter and honey, yeah. That reminds me, I'm all out of honey. I gotta fucking order some new honey. It's expensive.
I got some from
a jar of good honey costs you like $50 these days.
I got some off a beekeeper, and it lasts forever.
Yeah, I use honey and exclusively.
Manuka honey I've got. Yeah.
I quit using sugar, and I only use honey like in my coffee. But I use a lot of it, man. I go through quite a bit of honey. I'm a honey addict.
Yeah, I like it on pancakes. And a bit of cream.
Well, anyways, on that note, man, I think.
Yeah, I'm going to have something to eat.
Wrap it up.
Okay, cool, Eric. Weeken.
Thanks for hanging out. As always.
I might stream later. I'll see how I go. Yeah.
Fuck yeah. Good night, everybody.
2 hours I might stream, but I've got to make a home brew first. Yeah. Okay,
right
see you.
See you next time.